The authorities also reported the use of drones targeting Kursk. As temperatures plummet far below freezing, the Russian Federation has intensified its systematic attacks targeting Ukraine's energy infrastructure. The strikes have killed and injured scores of civilians and deprived millions of Ukrainians of electricity, heating, and water for prolonged periods. The impact of these attacks is felt hardest by the most vulnerable, the elderly, children, and persons with limited mobility. They follow a well-established and deeply troubling pattern. Attacks escalate when weather conditions worsen and people's need for heating becomes most acute.
Mr. President, thank you for this opportunity. In Kryvyi Rih, families are melting snow for washing and cooking. They're also heating water over candles after power cuts lasting more than one day.
Just days ago, U.S. diplomats met with EU and Ukrainian counterparts to advance negotiations toward a lasting peace. Thanks to the leadership of President Trump, we are closer to a deal now than at any point since the war began. Despite this, Russia launched more attacks on Ukraine, including its launch of its nuclear-capable Oreshnik ballistic missile, targeting an area of Ukraine close to the border with Poland and NATO. This constitutes another dangerous and inexplicable escalation of this war, even as the United States is urgently working with Kyiv, other partners, and Moscow to end the war through a negotiated settlement. At a moment of tremendous potential, due only to President Trump's unparalleled commitment to peace around the world, both sides should be seeking ways to de-escalate. Yet Russia's action risks expanding and intensifying the war. From the start, President Trump has decried the carnage of this conflict. Horribly, we have to continue to deplore the staggering number of casualties, service members and civilians, men, women, and children. We condemn Russia's continuing and intensifying attacks on Ukraine's energy facilities and other civilian infrastructure. These attacks make a mockery of the cause of peace, a cause of paramount importance to the world and to President Trump. I would like to remind the Russian Federation of its vote in favor of Security Council Resolution 2774 nearly 1 year ago. That resolution called for a swift end to the conflict and lasting peace. It would be nice if Russia matched their words with deeds. In the spirit of that resolution, Russia, Ukraine, and Europe must pursue peace seriously and bring this nightmare to an end.
Пришли в Совет с единственным приоритетом – служить руку. Наши западные коллеги вещают нам о жертвах среди гражданских лиц, большая часть которых, как хорошо известно, в том числе украинцам, является следствием работы украинской ПВО. Все эти громкие, но совершенно голословные утверждения о прицельных нападениях России на мирно спящие в своих домах украинские семьи не подтверждаются ничем, никакими фактами и свидетельствами. Вооруженные силы России не подвергают обстрелу мирных граждан.
Liberia and the United Kingdom for their support of Ukraine's emergency request. The horrific consequence of Russia's brutal attacks was that millions of peaceful Ukrainians, including my family in Kyiv, are left for days without electricity, without heating, without water supply, at a time when temperatures at night are approaching -20 degrees. This new horrifying wave of terror, also inflicted earlier last week to many other cities across Ukraine, including Dnipro, Zaporizhia, Kryvyi Rih, and Odessa, reflects the determination of Putin to slap in the face of US mediators and continue his barbaric war. Not only in the sheer duration of Moscow's brutal war against Ukrainians, but also in the scale of destruction and, tragically, in the mounting toll of human suffering. Apart from the barbaric tactics of scorched earth that Russia's troops are employing against the Ukrainian population. There is another reason why Ukraine requested this emergency meeting. During the night of January 9th, Russia not only launched one of the deadliest strikes of missiles and drones against Ukrainian cities, for the second time, Russia employed the so-called Oreshnik, an intermediate-range hypersonic ballistic missile system against my native region of Lviv, situated just a few dozen kilometers from the EU and NATO border. Since this weapon can carry a nuclear payload, such a blatant attack represents a clear threat to the security of the European continent, undermining regional stability and posing serious risks to broader international peace.